All right, Doug Schwab, after your Panthers train rolls over Wisconsin, come from behind win. I want to talk about that 197 match with Isaiah Patton. What does it mean for him to go out as a senior season as a winner?
I mean, I think maybe how you view your wrestling career can change on something like that, you know, and not that he was doing it in a way that he wasn't proud of it, but I'm just saying, like, sometimes you can talk to him, and I'm sure he'll talk about it a little bit, maybe thinking you're done wrestling, I'm probably not going to compete anymore, and then stepping up for our team and you know, winning a huge match in a huge situation, and how he did it too. I mean, it was just, you know, a back and forth, and you know, he had to win it multiple times, unfortunately. I mean, and I can go on and on about some things, but sometimes you have to beat the referee too in a situation. I mean, when you do this, thank you. My understanding is that I'm taking that caution. So, you know, he still found a way to win. He kept his composure well. I don't know, man, it was great, and you can kind of see him. There's a little smile there, a little joy, and just being able to give back to his team. I mean, that's something when he came in from day one, he's worked his tail off, and he's given back as much as he could to the team. And sometimes that means the practice room. Sometimes that means just being an encouraging teammate. Sometimes that means, hey, I got to step up in a big situation, in a big match, and grit out a tough, hard-fought win.
I'm going to ask you about Jay Schwarm. To me, it was almost a repeat of last week's match. Almost the exact same thing.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that kid's a really good scrambler. You know, and dangerous in some situations, and he almost had him on his back. He hit a really good shot. I mean, Schwarm's been hitting some incredible attacks, and it's, you know, that's one thing where I don't think people can be like, well, all you got to do is just be able to stop him on top. I mean, right now he's taking guys down. But yeah, and then you go back and forth, and some guys, if guys aren't smart in some of those situations, then he puts them in danger. And man, he's just cradling dudes up. He's scoring a lot of points. I think maybe that put him maybe in the lead in the nation, you know. And to start your team like that too, to have those bonus points, and to have a guy that just, I mean, you can see how strong he looks, how good he looks. I mean, if I'm a 25-pounder, I don't know if that's the guy that I want to see walking on the mat across from me. You know, guys are like, well, you just got to stop this and this. Well, then you got to stop it still. So he's got a lot of confidence right now. He's wrestling well, scoring great attacks, and, you know, man, leading off our team well. And that was a huge start for us.
Michael Blockus with a big upset win.
I mean, you know, with
good attacks,
but he kept attacking. You know, and that's the thing. We talked kind of game plan. The first attack was great. Got up, you know, wasn't down on the mat, but he kept his head up in every one of those situations. And Moran's really good in there, sitting that corner and cradling guys. So, man, he showed that he can beat a really good guy in that position. A high level guy, I can still beat that guy and maybe go into his best position. And, like, you know what? I guess I'm going to be able to still win that. He wrestled through things, you know, getting the last score. And, you know, I mean, I don't think that guy was ever close to scoring. You know, I mean, tell me a situation where he was close to scoring. And, you know, I don't know. I mean, I really liked how he competed. In, you know, another situation, he got an arm on the back. We had an arm on the back, and he called us for stalling. Like, I'm still trying to figure that one out. Like, that made no sense to me. But you know what? I mean, he kept his arms short on top. That guy rolls a lot, but just wrestled a really good match and stayed on the attack, and that's a big win.
Max Thompson didn't wrestle. Is he okay?
He'll be okay, yeah. I mean, you get tweaks sometimes. And, you know, Tristan competed his tail off. You know, he had a chance to win that match, and I think if he would have attacked bottom like he did in the third period, I think he would have won that match. You know, he just sometimes in some situations he was a little safe, and then he's like, I gotta go, right? And I'll tell you, that's probably one of the things I'm most happy with from Iowa State to this match is, you know, we let it fly a lot more. We weren't so concerned about making a mistake. If we made a mistake, we wrestled through things, and that's what I'd rather have. Where, you know, if you sit and look at the guy, then you're hoping that he's going to fall over for you, and that's not going to happen. So, you know, great response by our team, and, you know, I think you can see guys. I mean, they're happy to win that meet and beat a good team and get in the Big 12s and be ready to roll.
57 Polshlock went out, so paid more. What will be the decision, the deciding factor there? Who goes for the Big 12s?
Got to figure that one out. Got to figure that out, and that's really all I'm going to say about that.
That's right. For your seniors, it's their final duel.
Yeah.
Can you kind of put that in perspective? I've asked each one, and Steyer kind of paused and thought about it, and as he was talking about it, I was like, oh man, this is
Yeah,
it.
I think things hit you at different times. I think last weekend there's a lot of emotions. There's a lot of emotions as senior. There's a lot of emotions to Iowa State. There's a lot of things that I think you can get caught up into. I think I want to make sure that they continue to enjoy the ride a little bit and not get so caught up in maybe the wins and losses, but just going out and battle. I thought that was a great duel. Just from there was battling back and forth. Even some of the matches that we lost, we stayed in the fight and gave ourselves chances. And man, that's all we ask of our guys. But those guys, they should be really proud of what they've done for our program, how they've wrestled and competed, how they've lived. But man, they still have some things that they want to finish up, and they want to finish it up right. And it's just, everyone's going to get to their last duel sometimes, and they're at their last duel, and I'm sure they start thinking about it a little bit. But we're going to get them firmly fixed on, hey, we're getting ready for Big 12s now, and we're going to have the best possible team performance that we can have, and we're going to score points up and down the lineup, and go down to Tulsa and go win a Big 12 title.
Thanks, Coach.